Okay. I just finished taking my little screenshots of myself.
Here you be.
I thank y'all. I thank y'all. It's a kisses. It's kisses. Mwah. Use the bestest.
Beauty.
Are you fixing my wig? Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. You best to stop. You best to back out slowly. Love you. Hello you, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Either way, I'm happy to have you here. It's your girl Wathi, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 things that you can sell in your stationery shop, be it on Etsy, Shopify, it really doesn't matter where. I'm going to do things a little bit differently on this video. Last video, it was pretty much just me in front of the camera just talking. This time, what I'm going to do is kind of kill two birds with one stone. I want to show you what a day is like for me right now, kind of ending my reselling phase and getting just laser focused into my Etsy shop. So there's literally like over 300 products that you can sell in a stationery shop. It's just not paper, pens, and pencils. But what I'm going to focus on are the 10, what I find to be the 10 easiest things that you can start in your stationery shop, whether you have a bunch of machines like I do or whether you don't have any machines. There's ways of going about starting your venture without a bunch of stuff. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing I always want to share with you is how I start my day. And what you're seeing here is me packaging a couple of Poshmark orders. I always want to talk about ways of starting off your day positive by showing you how I start off mine. Today, it's packaging orders. Literally 2 minutes after waking up to my husband bringing me coffee. I throw on my morning cozy threads and I'm just diving right into my day. I love making sales, I love making money, I love packaging, I love paper, ribbons, all the good vibes. And this is a great way to show you that you can balance other things in your life while starting out your new ventures. That said, as a little backstory, I've sold on Poshmark, I still do, eBay, Mercari for over about 6 years, very part-time. Before the worldwide pandemic and social issues we had in this country, it was a lot of fun. I kind of stepped away from everything, as a lot of people did, for a couple of years, and I found a longing to get into my really happy place, and that's art, books, and stationery. I started selling stickers for packaging on Poshmark and Shopify just to resellers, just before the world collapsed. Now I'm picking up the baton, dusting it off, and running with it full speed, this time without limits to just resellers with packaging stickers. I'm letting my freak flag fly and selling anything my heart desires. That said, out of the boundless items, I needed a starting point. And like I mentioned before, there's literally over 300 things that you can be selling in a stationery shop, which can be really overwhelming. And so I compiled a list of 10 things that I think would be an easy starting point for anyone's stationery store. And for me, I narrowed it down even further because I'm starting on Etsy in my stationery journey. I made sure things are based on customization, gifting, speed such as digital work, and uniqueness. This list will be the tip of the iceberg and a few pointers on each on how to present yourself on Etsy. I say this because if I were on Amazon, my focus would be more basic, more generic items and selling in bulk mindset. So get your pens and pads ready. And here's a word from our four-legged sponsor before we get started. Let it go. Okay, so while you watch me package these couple of Etsy orders that I have for the day, let's start with items that revolve around speed and creativity. So number one on my list of things you can sell in your Etsy shop are AI generated images. You don't need to be an artist with your hands, only your words. And you can make designs for everything else in this list doing AI. So my first two items in my shop, I hand drew myself. It didn't take long, but not as nearly as quick as AI would have designed them if I was a pro, at AI. Then I started dabbling into AI for my Girl Gang bookmarks, and currently I'm using Midjourney. I did purchase Leonardo AI as well. I dabbled with that one a little bit a few months ago, but right now I'm just really trying to learn Midjourney, and I'm probably just going to go back and forth. So I used AI for my Girl Gang bookmarks, and only those for now, simply because I love to draw, number one, and I have designs already done from my reseller sticker store that I told you about earlier in this video. But think about it. In no way do I have FOMO, fear of missing out, but I am acutely aware that this is the world we live in today. People are making a killing using AI. Because I promise you, if people were generating images and it wasn't attractive to the public, people would not buy it, right? So it wouldn't be as popular as it is right now. This is just where the world is going, and why not be a part of it? Which leads me into the second item on my list. Number two is coloring pages. Coloring pages are huge. They're not only for children anymore, they're for adults too. I do have Valentine's coloring pages in my shop that I hand drew like 2 years ago for kids. And in my last video, I showed a little footage of me listing them. But you don't have to be an artist to offer coloring pages, and you can once again use AI. That's why it's so easy now for anyone to do. You don't even need a printer at this point. You just need your words, an app, and the desire to sell and of course package the listing beautifully. The journey is endless as far as coloring pages, and is something that you can create really easy and get your Etsy store loaded up with product, especially because Etsy lets you offer them digitally to be sold so you can make money the day that you list them. Number 3 and 3.5, because it's two parts, basically the same concept. Wall art and desk art. Yes, you can sell wall art and desk art in your stationery shop. It's not just for the home decor section in Etsy, because people who are into stationery and reading usually want some sort of vibe surrounding them. So as long as your items are based around that mindset, you can offer it as an accessory. And creating this type of product really allows you to see who you are as a seller, developing your vibe in your Etsy shop, and therefore developing your brand. For example, is you and your buyer's vibe loud and super colorful, or is the vibe subdued and cozy? You will base your art off of that. Is your art going to be based off of anime, or is it going to be realism? Are the vibes going to be feminine or masculine? You see where I'm going with this, and I'd say start with what's on your desk and what's on your walls so you can kind of see where your personality lies and start selling to the people who are like you. And you're not limited. You can expand if you want to do a combination of all types of things, because in your Etsy store, you can categorize the items that you sell. Think about Target, or better yet, Barnes & Nobles. They sell different vibes to different customers within their stationery section. And I'm going to probably say this throughout the video. You do not have to be an artist like I am. You can once again use AI generated tools to create the artwork for you. All you have to do is imagine what you want to see and making sure that they're beautiful to the public. And a reminder, a lot of people are doing this digitally, where they're not even having to print or package. They're just allowing the end user to do it themselves. So once again, you can literally create an image, whether it's your own that you draw or from AI, load it up on Etsy, and have it sell the same day. Number 4, greeting cards. Weddings, birthdays, sympathy, big holidays. Honestly, those are the ones that I think would be huge sellers in my store. I mean, think about it. If I was just to be invited to a bachelorette party, it would probably be just by text message, friend to friend. But me just saying that, somebody would probably want a cute little image to go with that. So you can use AI and create images, for people who are doing bachelorette or bachelor parties and have them, digitally where people can download and they can customize them themselves and send via text. I mean, there's a whole market for that too, I'm sure. But as far as in hand, substance greeting cards go, I always hear that wedding invitations are king. So, of course, if you just take what I said about the other three items, you could do this by hand, craft yourself, or by hand and sell digitally, or you can do this using AI and craft yourself for the customer or offer them digitally. If you're interested in starting out with greeting cards in your shop, because that's where your heart lies, then I would really suggest doing some market research on where to start, or just start with what's in your heart because you can't go wrong there. Number 5 and 5.5, decorative pens and pencils. If you're crafty, you can transform basic pens and pencils into works of art for literally pennies. You can grab a lot of what you need these days from any dollar store or go to Amazon and, buy pens or pencils in bulk under $10. What shines is how you put it all together. For example, adding ribbon along the length of a pen and a flower or stone at the top. Think about it. Someone's in your shop for a birthday card, and then they see you have a decorative pen with maybe a birthstone of the person who they're gifting it to. You've just made it easy for the customer to make a cute little gift set, and they don't need to go anywhere else because you have it all there for them. Sky's the limit with this. I remember I went to a fancy furniture store in Santa Monica and they were selling pens at the register made out of tiled mirror and cement, that acted as the grout in between the glass. I've had that pen for at least 15 years. It's so beautiful. And many more like that, different styles. So what I'm trying to tell you is sky's the limit with that. I do think it's more on the feminine side of products. And you can go from elegant, like the pen that I purchased, to all out fantasy and everything in between. Again, sky is the limit. Number 6, ephemera. You don't even have to make ephemera these days. But what ephemera is old sentiments on paper's past. If you love treasure hunting and old things like documents and photos, this is such a fun niche to tap into. If you're unfamiliar with what ephemera is, simply Google and explore. The good news is, as I've said before, you can make ephemera yourself and or generate images using AI. I personally love ephemera and will be providing those vibes in my store. This topic I can do so many videos on, but let's move on to where it leads me, and that's number 7, bookmarks. This is the second order you are watching me fulfill. This pet's name is Twig, whose face is on both sides of the magnetic bookmark I just handcrafted from scratch. Any current Etsy video will tell you bookmarks are on the rise, which I am happy to hear because I am a huge reader who owns hundreds of books. Yes, I said hundreds. My mother is a sci-fi author and I have written and published a book as well. Both I will be selling in my Etsy store as one of those date with a book listings. Now, if you're paying attention, I just gave you an 11th item as a bonus that you can sell. If you're tired of the books that you have, go on Etsy in the search engine and check out this title. They're called Date Nights with a Book. Now, back to bookmarks. Whether you paint by hand or generate with AI, it's on the rise and should definitely be provided in your store. It's such an easy product not only to design, but to ship as well. Now we're getting to the end of the video, and I'd like to remind you that if you are enjoying this video, it would help me out a lot if you go ahead and like and subscribe. Now, let's jump into number 8, blank journals. This is another great item to have that you can showcase your art or AI art, or allow the customer to customize through the skills that you provide. People of all ages use these. They are in every home. You just need to find the niche that you're interested in. And that leads me into number 9, mugs. Just like journals, you can provide your own art and flair or let the customer tell you what they want. These are in every single home, and they sell if you do it right. You may be thinking, mugs? Mugs are not stationary. You are correct, but they have a place as an accessory. Again, you are helping the customer create their atmosphere within this stationary realm. I have English teacups and mugs as decor all around my office, and I'm not the only one. So sell them. Number 10 is how I got started selling paper goods. Stickers. This is a huge market. I can make many videos on stickers, but let me tell you what's hot right now. Stickers for laptops, tablets, cell phone cases, and water bottles. You don't even have to make them yourself. You can outsource to get the design and have them made and shipped on your store's behalf. Like, it's cray how limitless sticker making has become, and it's a ton of fun. Load them up in your store and make your money. It has been such a long day. I think it's like 5 o'clock right now and the day's not done yet. But we've got orders out. There was a big learning curve on that. And now I am going to create another listing and close these blinds. Yeah. It is dark outside. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one, guys.